Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions and welcome to video 2 for the Scales Newborn Birth Announcement Digital Background. In video 1 I walked you through in great detail exactly how to use this, so if this is your first time watching and your first time having a go with this digital background, please do watch video 1 for a real in-depth tutorial. Video 1 comes with your download. I'm going to move quite fast, assuming you've already watched Digital 1, just to give you a quick example of how this works. So I'm going to get started with the weight. I'm going to click on the scale, as we said in Digital 1. Using free transform, I'm going to move this to, let's say baby was 6 pounds. If your clients give you the measurement for baby in kilograms, you may want to go into Google and find out what that would be in pounds and ounces. Let's change the time. I'm going to click on the small hand. Let's say baby was born at 4 o'clock. And the big hand here, so I'm just going to, using free transform, let's say 4:28. And now for the date. Let's go, change the year, 2021. How about the 7th of, which month can we say, December. Ooh. So I'm just double clicking on these text layers here to alter them. And let's close that one down. Let's say baby was a nice 51 centimetres long. And there we go. So we have all baby's details done now. Again, at any point in this, if there's anything you're unsure of, please do watch the full complete tutorial video. So I'm going to go ahead and open the baby group. Again, I explain all of this in the video. And double click the smart object here, add baby. Here's the baby I'm going to be using. So I'm going to grab the marquee tool up here and draw a loose selection around baby. Edit, copy, back onto the PSB layer here. If in doubt, you can always turn the guide layer on. You need to make sure baby fills the whole area. The light needs to be coming from the left down baby's head. Baby's head needs to be on the left and the body on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Control or Command V to paste the baby in. Control or Command T to resize baby down. I want baby filling this whole area. Now you will notice my baby is facing the wrong way. So I need to come up here, Edit, Transform and flip horizontal to make sure the light is coming from the left. And I'm going to go ahead and save. And this will save the image back to our digital background. You will notice though that baby is in as they are in this block with the old background, so we need to mask baby. I'm going to do that really easily. I'm on Creative Cloud. Again, I really go into detail in the proper tutorial video. This is a super quick edit and I'm just going to select subject. I'll show you how to select differently in the tutorial video for those of you who are not using Creative Cloud. I'm going to go on to select and mask super quickly just to make sure that baby is cut out okay. There's a little bit of the ear missing there. So I'm just going to use the magic wand just to gather some bits of the ear in. And I'm going to add a little smart radius there and hit OK. Because baby's on a very similar blanket, baby's shot on a creamy off-white blanket here. The texture's not exactly the same, but this will make it easier to add baby in, whereas if baby was shot on a darker blanket, it would be a little harder to cut baby out. So I'm just going to zoom out. I'm going to inverse the selection now. So the outside of baby is selected. Click on the mask. I'm going to grab a black brush. Bigger, and I'm just going to paint away the background now. This isn't touching baby because baby is selected. It's a rough selection. I will need to go in and refine a little bit better, but you can see that most of the background has gone now. And hold Control or Command D to deselect. Because baby was shot on white, I can now take my opacity or flow down, get a white brush, and I'm just going to bring some of those shadows back in. going to come onto a black brush now and just get rid of these bits again. You can see the texture is a little bit different, so I'm just going to lightly get some of that away. It's all about zooming in and really refining this selection here. So you see Baby is sitting quite nicely there now. I might hit Control or Command T and just resize Baby, just to really get the baby fitting. The noise you can hear in the background is actually this baby, who was recently turned 1, and she is being rather noisy now in the living room next door. It's her squealing away. So there we go, we can hit enter when you're happy. So when you're roughly happy with Baby's position and the blending, you can go ahead and edit the baby. I'd recommend starting with a semi-edited image first. If this is too underexposed, or there's too many distractions in, it's going to make compositing a lot harder. So do give a rough edit first. I'm going to come down here, double click the smart object again to open up the original image of Baby, and I'm going to use the LSP actions, the what should we use, Newborn Skin Perfecto, just as a base edit to get started with. You can of course use your own editing techniques, and again this is something I go into a lot more detail in video number 1, which you receive with your download when you purchase this set. So let's go ahead and close the action group. I'm going to use a white brush, fly up a little bit so I can move a little bit faster, and use the Newborn Portrait Skin Base. This gets rid of any little flakes and scratches on the skin there. So I'm just using that to brush away the flakes. I'm switching between a black brush and a white brush here. Again, I'm moving very fast, assuming that you have watched video number 1. Again, if this is moving too fast for you, don't worry, because in video number 1, which you get with your download, I really go into the detail of everything. I'm just going to go over with the soft skin. Really smooth this down. The baby isn't particularly big in the scene, but that's no reason not to do a full in detail skin edit, because guaranteed your clients are going to want to print this one really, really big. So I'm just using the detail pop over the eyes there. Pop a little bit of contrast over. Some of the toner, this will balance out the skin tone. And let's brighten up the face a touch. I'm going to play Reduce the Reds and just brush this over the feet there. I'm coming down here to Reduce the Reds Extra. If you don't own this set, this is the LSP Signature Newborn Photoshop Action Suite, and it makes editing really fast and really easy. Okay, so when you've done with your edit, click Save, and it will bounce this edit back to your scales image here. So now Baby has been edited. I'm going to make her a little larger on the scene, so I'm going to hit Control or Command T for free transform and just make her a little bigger. You have some extra layers here, an orange, and these are, let me just make that one orange. You have Calm Baby Balance, Warm, Calm the Reds, etc. So I'm just going to use this Calm Baby just a touch, just to balance some of these magenta areas out. There's a touch of Lighten Baby here. These are all very gentle layers. And perhaps a touch of darken just here, where some of those natural shadows would be. Just to add a little more depth in. Perhaps calm the reds a little more. But I can always double click again and take it over to the PSB and edit a little more if I need to. a little bit of colour boost at the cheeks here. So I'm going to go ahead and close the baby group. It's before and after, adding baby in there. The blanket she was originally on was slightly cream, so if you wanted to, you can open up the blanket colour layer here, double click the hue and saturation icon, and you can slide this to change the blanket to any pale colour that you wish. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it slightly creamier, so they're before and after, just to fit. And you can take the opacity down a little bit too if you wanted to. And that is how to use the LSP Scales Birth and Amazon digital background. For the proper video, the full editing video, please do watch video 1 and you receive that in your download too. Just adding some of this bright baby contrast to the face. And I may go with the creamy overlay too, just to finish. You have black and white, you have the higher contrast there too. And that is available at www.lsp-actions.com. I'm Lauren, thanks for watching.